Slow streets have been a controversial experiment in cities around the Bay Area, but especially in San Francisco. Streets are actually blocked through traffic to give residents more space outdoors. But people are divided over whether or not slow streets are the right option for city life. Our reporter Lauren Toms spoke with one resident who's taking his personal experience into his fight to expand San Francisco's Slow Streets program.
The wheels are turning for an expansion of San Francisco's Slow Street program, and Luke Bornheimer is leading the path to make the system more clear to motorists throughout the city.
These streets are supposed to be safe for children and seniors, people with disabilities, and families to be walking with strollers and biking. I am calling for, better and stronger infrastructure here that actually enforces, the limitation on cut-through traffic.
Luke has lived in the city for over a decade and is calling on officials to improve the pedestrian-friendly system's infrastructure.
The lack of physical infrastructure eliminating cut-through traffic on slow streets is asking for something bad or tragic to happen.
Slow streets in San Francisco began at the start of the pandemic with closed to through traffic signage as a way for residents and families to more safely utilize outdoor spaces. In December, 16 streets throughout the city were made permanent slow streets, a victory for Luke, who is championing the cause for his young family and peers who have been involved in traffic collisions.
Having a child myself and seeing how a child's independence can be fostered through safe spaces where they can learn to bike and use a scooter, and then seeing other families experience the same thing has really opened my eyes to the true potential of slow streets, car-free streets.
According to city data, at least 37 people were killed in traffic incidents in San Francisco last year, a sizable jump from previous years.
I couldn't tell you how many people I know who have been hit by cars. I've been doored myself. Fortunately, I was physically unharmed from that. But I know countless people who have been hit by people driving cars and who know the consequences of having dangerously designed streets.
The concept is becoming popular in European cities like Paris, Brussels, and Glasgow, and throughout the Bay Area in Oakland and Redwood City. But some residents argue that a bustling city isn't the place for slow streets, and perhaps the suburbs are more ideal for people looking for more open space. But Luke says the impact of slow streets on San Francisco's infrastructure is not only sustainable, but is a small change that could have a significant impact on the safety and lifestyle of city neighborhoods.
Retired SF Police Commander Richard Correa is joining me now. Thank you so much for being here. Richard, you have patrolled these streets for years, so should slow streets be permanent?
Good traffic public policy comes out of science and testing first. And I don't think that either of those things has happened when it comes to slow streets.
And I think there's a concern, though. Could slow streets actually impact response times for first responders?
Slow streets, in many instances, push traffic onto already high injury corridors. And so, yes, if you have an ambulance or a fire engine that's got to cross the west side of the city, it's going to take longer.
All right. Richard Correa.